Hi guys, my new YouTube video is up and it is about can I build, oh it's going too fast for this, whatever you call it, voiceover. I went to Micheals. I was so excited. So happy it's open. I wore my mask and I wanted everything, but I had a budget. So pretty soon you'll see as I'm going down the hall that I find what I want to buy. And it's something I have to build, which you heard me say early in the video. And I bought some inks too, because this part of this video is how do you paint with inks? I don't know. So I bought a couple of colors because they were like $10 each. So I only got 3 colors. And I hope my husband doesn't listen to this because I also spent $75 on, here comes this thing. Let's build it. And then I took it home and I asked my eldest Grace to help me build it. And what took 2.5 hours took 22 seconds to replay on this time-lapse video. But we did it with 1 screwdriver. Not even sure if it was the right screwdriver, but we found it in Alex's toolbox. Oh, that little picture-in-picture is all the parts that were left after we were done. Typical for us, but I think it's cute. Look at it. Love it. Flashing up there is some new prints that I'm selling in my Etsy shop. I'll put the link below. Quotes, I make them on Procreate, like a paper cut. It looks like it's cut out of paper kind of thing. There's my new inks, and those are my new quotes. But I love being organized, so you can see this little drawer was worth it. Those are the postcards I sent to my patrons. If you're not on, I'll put a link to that too. I have a Patreon account where I send postcards and stickers and artwork to people who support me. And that's where I put my computer. Doesn't it look so cute? I love it. 5 drawers. I built it kind of by myself with Grace's help. So without asking Alex, who's an engineer, who could have probably done it in 22 seconds. Now I'm trying to be artistic with this shot. Look at my new inks. They're so pretty. I mean, I've used alcohol inks before where you just kind of splash it onto Yupo paper and it swirls around, looks really pretty. But this is like ink. So I thought I'll just try it, see what happens. And what do you think I'm going to try to paint? A cat, of course. So I sped up the actual painting of the cat so that you can see kind of the process that I went through, which I really don't know because I just kind of go with what I feel. And I didn't know how this ink was going to react to the paper. It's just mixed media paper in one of my art journals. But I kind of liked it. And I kind of liked having a really limited palette because it forced me, because I only had orange and fuchsia and silver, it kind of forced me to like water down the ink. So I had different shades or, is that the word? Shades or tones or whatever of the color so that I could do some like a little bit of shading and shadow and highlight, which I really do suck at. Why is this so long? Did I shorten this little section where you're watching me mix inks? Or maybe that's just real time. And I really try to speed up everything that I show you because real time watching me do mediocre art is not really going to be that entertaining. But I just put it out there because there's probably lots of people who are like, I'd like to try. And you don't have to be great or good or anything. You just have to want to do it. So here I go. I have a picture on my iPad of a little orange cat, and I can't show you the picture because it's probably not even copyrighted. I mean, probably is copyrighted. However, when I paint from a reference, like a real artist could not just Google, cute cat picture and then paint what they saw, because a real artist would, not that I'm not a real artist, everyone's an artist, but a professional, I'll say, could not do that because their painting would look so similar to the photo that they would have to credit the person who took the photo and maybe even ask that person if they could paint it. Whereas my paintings don't look anything like the reference because I don't have the skill to get it close enough that nobody would ever know I painted from that reference. And I think the artist would probably say, no, please don't credit me. I don't want my name near that cat. But you guys, for some reason, don't mind watching me give it a try, and I like it. It's my therapy, so I hope you guys, if you like art, go try it. Go to Micheals and go get some cheap Artist Loft paints and brushes and get a Strathmore Mixed Media sketchbook for $18.99 and just fill it up. And then this is probably like my 15th sketchbook, maybe. And if I opened the first one right now, I think maybe I should do that. I should go for my first one, my next video, or maybe I'll do that for my patrons. My first video, or my first sketchbook, chat about that and show how horrible it is. And like, I thought it was like kind of doing okay. And then how I've slowly grown, because every single one, you get a little bit better, you learn a little bit more, and you watch YouTube videos. And what's going on with his eyes? One eye is way up higher than the other eye. I don't know. I must have been having a glass of wine and wasn't really focused on that. I think he turns out pretty cute. I don't think I'll be turning him into a postcard or anything to send out, but I kind of like him. I love cats. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, you can really see how you've grown. Like, art is one of those things. Like, you're not really going to know if you're an accountant or an engineer, you're not really going to notice. You can't really look back, I guess, and see how much better you've got in your profession or your hobby or whatever. But when you're an artist, or you do art for fun or for a living, you can really watch your growth, and it's so satisfying. It's also a little bit embarrassing because you're never sort of as good as the people that you watch on YouTube, or people that you're like, I'm patrons of a couple people who I can't even believe what they put down on paper with a couple of colors and watercolor. And I'm sure that they started out maybe where I am, or where even I was. I can't get over how different those eyes are. Like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I see that? Why can't I see? Can you guys see that? Like, I don't know. Do I fix it? Oh, I guess a little bit there. So ink on ink is interesting, just because I'll be all over the place on this voiceover, because I was kind of learning you do have to let it dry before you put another layer on. So it's a lot like watercolor, which I do like. I am running out of watercolor right now. So I guess that's why I got a couple inks, so I can kind of try that. But you definitely have to let it dry, and you definitely have to let the water let it move around. So, I mean, maybe it's a little bit, I don't know. For me, it's a little harder to use right now because I don't know enough about it. But it comes in really cute little bottles, so I like it. I like the way it's displayed in my new shelf, and I'd like to get some more colors. So I'm just darkening up the areas of the cat that are in shadows or darker, that I see in the reference image that's on my iPad in front of me, that I keep reaching to because it keeps going to sleep. So I keep getting the picture back, and I just slowly darken up those areas. And this is double time. Like, I wish I edited this whole video on my phone, because there's something wrong with my computer right now. And the fastest you can make your video go, unless you're doing time-lapse, is double time. And when I use my computer to edit a video, I try to make it go 8 times as fast as normal, so that if I'm doing something, you can watch me, it looks like I'm whipping through it, rather than you watch the tedious process of putting every little layer of color down and every little dark spot and light spot. But sadly, at this stage, this is what I have to edit. So this is what you're going to watch if you're still here. There's a little nose. I sent out my patron rewards, and they all went to America, because all my patrons are American, which I think is really cool. But I had to go to the post office because I don't just know how to mail things to America. I have to get help. And she helped me, and I asked her for some pretty stamps. Like, could I put, because, Disney villains or tigers or something cute on stamps, but they didn't have any cute stamps. So if you're listening to this and you are a patron, I'm sorry the stamps are ugly, but I hope what's inside will be worth it. And I also just yesterday got a package that is your patron rewards for next month, a postcard and a sticker. And I'm going to throw in a little mini original. So the eye is looking a little bit better here. And that brush is so tiny, and I'm learning to work smaller because with ink, you do have to work kind of small or you're just going to have blobs everywhere. Still not happy with those eyes, but I do like his little sad mouth. And I also think I need like a dark color, like maybe a blue for some line work. I probably go in with black because it's all I have. So all my line work and these like watercolor pictures and ink pictures are black, and I am finding that really harsh right now, and I don't like black line art as much as I used to. Maybe I'm just over it, or maybe I'm like, it just looks so harsh. So I think, I can't remember, but because it was like a few days ago, but I'm pretty sure I do go in. Yeah, this is probably at the point where, yeah, I'm going in. Well, I mean, his pupils are black, but I think I go right around them with a brush pen. Anyway, however long it's taking us to watch this, I appreciate you for sticking around and watching it, because I just want to show people how they can, kind of entertain themselves and have fun and be creative, especially during this time. If you want to take up a new hobby, I have never gone to art school, or shocker, look at that wonky-eyed cat. And I'm telling you, I've never gone to art school. I think you probably deduced that. However, I like to point out that even though that cat is wonky, he was fun to do, and I don't take lessons. I just watch YouTube videos and Patreon videos, to learn things. Oh, and Skillshare. I love Skillshare. I actually pay for it because they don't sponsor me. But wouldn't that be awesome if someday they did? Because I watch that, I think it's like $10 a month, and I paid for the year. And I will watch Skillshare videos like every chance I get. I love them. It's so much. I love YouTube, but Skillshare almost gives you way more of a detailed breakdown on what you're trying to learn. So if you want to learn watercolor or art is one thing. You can learn social media. You can learn how to make videos. You can learn how to manage people. I think I sent my husband a couple of classes that were because he manages a department in his engineering firm, that he was something about how to manage people or how to manage millennials or something like that. I can't remember what it was. And because I teach kindergarten, I know I haven't even explored it yet, but I know there are things on there that I probably could use, in terms of teaching kindergarten. Oh, there's my kitty. I don't know. He's kind of cute. He's kind of sad. I think I'm coming to the end of this. I'm sorry I babbled. I love you guys for watching. Look at those eyes. He's a little chonky monkey, though. I love him. Someone's got to love him. Okay, check out the links that are below this, please, and check out my Etsy shop, my Patreon, whatever other links I said I would put there, I will put there. See you later. Bye.